Hello guys, so here's a quick video of the gear I'm going to bring on my winter camping overnighter. So as you can see, I'm going to bring all my stuff on a toboggan. I basically packed everything to make sure it fits. It's pretty tight, there's a lot of stuff, but all stuff that I'm going to really need. It's going to be minus 20 degrees, so I need a lot of stuff for that outing. So I'm going to show you what I brought. So let's start with the tools that I usually bring with me when I go winter camping. So winter camping requires a lot of wood processing, so I always bring a full-size axe. So this axe is pretty heavy, but because of its size, it's a great tool to break down logs into more manageable chunks. When we use a small stove in a tent, we need smaller wood. So this is essential to basically split the logs. And this is a Husqvarna axe, and it's not too expensive. It's excellent. It's made in Sweden. The steel is great, and I've been using this axe for a couple of years already, and it works great. Next tool is a snow shovel. So these are essential because first of all, we need to remove the snow from our tent site, and we also need to dig a pit for the stove. So a shovel really makes this easier, and this is a collapsible shovel, so it packs pretty small, but as you can see here, we can extend it. There's several sections here. Oops, sorry. Actually, they're here to make it a nearly full-size shovel. So that really helps for the back, and it makes it way more efficient. So that's really worth it. Another essential tool is of course a saw. So this is a foldable buck saw. It's made from Agawa Canyon. So you might have seen this, it's a Canadian company, and they make this great foldable saw here. So I'm not gonna open it, I'm gonna show you when we go camping. But I've been using this a couple of times already, and it makes quick work of sawing down those trees. Of course, we also need a knife. So this is a belt knife. It's a new belt knife that I got. It's from Benchmade. It's made out of a CPM 3D. So I'm gonna use that knife, see if it performs as well as I think it will. So this is gonna be for food prep, to break down some kindling and stuff like that. All right, so let's move to the different packs. So what I like to do is usually keep the heavier items in back. So this pack here, the one in the rear, is the stove. So that's the heaviest piece. I'm not gonna open it. We're gonna open it when I go camping. But it's a Kmiko stove. It's one of their lightest stove. It's a Trekker, and it works great in smaller tents. So here's the tent, all wrapped up. Again, I'll open it when I go camping. It's the Atuk tent, the Atuk Kanguk, and it's an excellent canvas tent. Very breathable, relatively light, and it does the job very well. So next two pieces here are basically stuff sacks where I keep most of my gear. So one is waterproof, and one is water resistant. So let's open those. All right, so let's open this one. The first pack, this is a pack made for the Canadian Army. It's pretty solid, and it's pretty convenient to use it for many different functions. But it fits very well in the toboggan. So in there I stuff various things. I have this bag still not full, but this is gonna be my food bag. So I'm gonna put you know, some meat, some sort of carbs, probably rice or noodles, and some veggies in there for the first stew and for dinner. Here is part of my cook kit. So in there I have several different items. Here I have my canteen. So this is the water that I'm gonna use while I actually trek. So 1 liter, that should be sufficient. I can also use this water bottle with heated water as a sort of to heat up the sleeping bag, so that's good. Here is the US Army canteen, so no need for presentations. This I've been using for nearly 10 years and it works great. It's pretty much bomb-proof stainless steel, so I can use it to eat my food or melt some snow to make some water. Of course, my spoon, so a titanium spork. Again, using this for more than 10 years, still working great. Another item that was sort of a luxury item, but I have this heavy cover canteen cup cover, and I find for boiling it really helps a lot. Boiling times are greatly reduced, and for melting snow this really helps. So this is a pretty good item to have for winter camping. And that's pretty much it. So let's move to the next item. Here I have fire kit. So it's a flint and steel kit. I guess I'll present that maybe when I go camping, but it's nothing special. In this canvas bag here, I keep all the pots and pans that I'm going to need. So absolutely essential to have some kind of way to boil water. So this is a tea kettle. So this is a great way. It has a big surface on the back, so it's a great way to melt some snow, boil water for tea, because you need to keep hydrated. So you need to drink a lot in the winter because it's dry, and in the tent it gets pretty hot. So always have some water heating up. Next item here is from I think Dave Canterbury made these things. So it's a bush pot. It's a pretty big one. You can cook some food for a couple of people here. So I use that again to melt some snow, boil water, and this is gonna be to cook a stew. So that's gonna be a nice thing as well. So this is the one that has the bale, but for winter camping, the bale is not absolutely necessary. And finally, in there, I also bring a pan. So this is again from the Pathfinder school. So what's nice with this, has this foldable handle. It's stainless steel. So this I can use to cook some steaks, bacon, whatever. I've used it to make bannock as well. So it's always a great thing to have. So what else do I have in there? Of course, don't go anywhere without a first aid kit. So this contains lots of stuff. Maybe I'll make a separate video. But always bring a good safe first aid kit, especially when you're gonna use axes and knives. Here is my survival kit. I already did a review on that, so maybe I'll post a link for those that are interested. But has a lot of stuff in there, including fire steel and my headlamp. So those are things that I'm definitely going to use. Another bag that I'm bringing along is this watertight bag for different lighting systems. So I like to have these pretty big lamps. I can hang it up in the tent. Makes a lot of nice light, so that's going to be useful. And here, a couple of candles. So that's always nice to keep it a bit of warmth during the night, as well as a little light. I think that's it. No, there's more stuff. What's in there? Aha. So these are the batteries for the cell phone and for the camera, the lights, etc. So always useful to have. Extra clothes. So I'll open that in a second, but also I'll use this as a pillow. And the last item in here is the sleeping pad. So this is has some pretty good thermal resistance. It's a thermarest. So I use this on top of this closed foam cell pad, this foam pad here, and when I use these two things, I can sleep on snow, no problem. On top of that, I'm gonna use this tarp at the bottom of the tent. This tarp has multiple functions. I'm gonna use it to wrap all my stuff on the sled and basically make some ground pad, so I can put this pad on it and this other pad, so I'm gonna be warm. Alright, so let's open up this little clothes bag. So I'm not a fan of bringing tons of clothes, even on winter camping. I find most of the time I don't use them, so I just bring the essentials here. So, extra hat to sleep. Probably my main hat is going to be wet, so this is going to be nice to have. Extra socks, wool socks of course, so helps to keep the feet warm in the sleeping bag. Extra t-shirt, so this is I think polyester, so it wicks water pretty nice. Extra underwear, and this thermal underwear here, so it's again polyester, and it's a lightweight material, but I find for me that's all I need, and sometimes I don't even use it, and it keeps me very warm. Alright, so here's the last bag. So this is the sleeping bag system that I use. I use the MSSS sleep system, so the military sleep system. I use basically all 3 layers for winter camping. So I'm just gonna open it quickly, show you. So this is composed of, well, there's 3 layers to the system. There's a Gore-Tex bag, there's the cold weather bag, and the temperate weather bag. So you can just stuff each of them together to make a system to go down to minus 40 degrees. I've used this in many conditions for many years and it works great. Since the sleeping bag is something that you want to keep dry whatever happens, I pack this in this I think it's USMC Seal Line bag. So it's a compression bag. It keeps everything waterproof. So for this piece of kit, it's absolutely essential. So let's take a look at the toboggan. So here's the toboggan I use. It's made out of ultra high molecular weight polyethylene, so UHMP something. And it's super robust material. You can buy them completely made, or you can buy them in kits and make them yourself to save a bit of money. So it's pretty easy to set up. So you have a big sheet of this ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. You just basically screw on some pieces of wood that you drilled here, and you can add some cord. So this cord is absolutely essential, so you can strap down your gear. So I use this rope to strap the gear to basically the toboggan. On top of that, of course, you need to add on a carry rope. On top of that, I have this strap here. So I use basically the simple system. Just have a strap that I can put across my shoulder, or I could just put it around my waist and pull the stuff. So altogether, this all the gear here that I unpacked is quite heavy. So to have a toboggan is a pretty big game changer. Definitely helps a lot. Much easier to slide the stuff on the snow than to haul it on your back. I've tried that before and it's pretty painful. So this is going to be nice. The trip I've planned is pretty long trip, so the walking to the site is going to take a while. So it should be a nice adventure. So hopefully you're going to see you then. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye bye.